You're listening to Ka-Pow, the pop culture podcast.
Oh my God.
Listen up, ragamuffins. We encourage each and every one of you to drink deeply from the cup that is Fair Riverdale.
Your hosts, Michael, Jordan, Cliff, and Seth.
Hello? Brian of Ka-Pow. Welcome to Thistle House.
Shove it, Hal.
All right, everybody. Welcome to the party. Drop your keys in the bowl in the corner and join Ka-Pow, the pop culture podcast, for a night of fun Riverdale discussion. I don't know what this accent is, but my name is Jordan Lowe.
Oh,
you sound like the ladies' man.
yeah. Would that guy drop? Would that guy pull in and see if I can find the fob in this bowl here?
Maybe a little Lando in there too.
How are you doing, Chewbacca?
Got a cape on. What number or episode is this?
This is season 5, episode 8, chapter 84, Lock and Key.
Lock and Key.
There's a reference Seth can get behind.
Yeah. A lot can happen
in 7 years.
In 7 years.
But in Riverdale, the more things change. That was hot, yeah. The more they stay exactly the same. Hey, I'm Rick. What's your name? Come on, no names. See ya. Yeah.
Kevin's at a truck stop. He's lot lizarding, isn't he?
Mm-hmm.
Right?
There were some sound effects,
Yeah.
pops of mint. It was suggestive, we'll say.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Then they're at their apartment. We come up with a name or two things. We need a name for this apartment. We need a name for this throuple we got going.
Two things. We need a name.
Yes,
We need a name for
there's
Toothy.
two things here. And they're having two different kinds of cereal. I couldn't see the other box, but one was Fruity Munch. And when he whips out the fake cereals, I like that.
Mhm.
But that's push it too far though, Riverdale. You're gonna pull out and say there's two fake cereals you've got here, and you're only gonna let us see one box. That makes me mad. Over at the Coopers, Betty and Archie are doing a little fireman role play.
Okay, you ready?
I'm ready. Wow, I was so not ready.
I was not ready for this.
I was not either.
Neither was Betty.
Yeah, what do you think?
I think you've come a long way from when you were 8 and said you wanted to be a firefighter.
He was into it, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. Betty's into anything. I've learned that Betty, she's just all about anything. She's a serial killer's daughter. She don't give a shit.
If she would have pulled out that black wig, reached around and pulled out that
right.
the dark Betty wig and put that on, I would have been into it more.
Black Betty.
Black Betty, yeah.
Pam Balam.
I was born a serial killer's daughter. That's Loretta Lynn.
Yeah. Dagwood and Juniper are crafting with the thunder. Yeah, making little pictures and stuff. And get a call. Sheriff Keller found another dead body in Swedlow Swamp. Called Betty. They're worried if it's Polly. Then we get a scene in a sauna with Toothy and huge Kev. Kev, you're getting huge. You're swole. And they're talking monogamy. Toothy wants to
The final frontier.
Yeah.
Your lats are looking huge, babe.
Oh, thanks. Trying to keep up with you. Thanks, we should talk about stuff. Us. Before things get crazy. I know we've been in an open relationship, and...
Yeah, remember, that was when I was on the road mostly.
But now, things are different. I get it. And I want to be monogamous too. Also, I'm seeing what we're about to do as a fresh start for the both of us. Clean slate. And I hope you do too.
Yeah, this is weird. I think this is when we first find out that they had some sort of open relationship at some point. We don't know why.
Kev was liking apparently he likes the open relationship.
Yeah, the only excuse we got was that Fangs had been on the road a lot being a truck driver. And I kind of wish we had more context.
Fangs looks great, by the way. I'm comfortable enough in my sexuality to say that he is the sexiest guy on that show. Like, I think the mustache and the longer hair and stuff, like, it's like that guy looks cool.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. There's just something about. I was like, man, he looks great.
Even Reggie couldn't resist it.
I know. Reggie was just like, I was like, Reggie, I feel you. I don't know what I've done in this situation. So then, Betty says that Dr. Curl said, we don't actually get Dr. Curl. We just get a quote. We just hear from Dr. Curl that his remains are over a year old on the body they found. So it's not Polly. Over at, must be the Pembroke we're at. Ronnie snubs Chad's call and tells Smithers she doesn't need him to hire a contractor. She knows just the guy. Which I thought they already made this. I thought they already made the deal. They already
hired too, Archie. but
whatever.
Sure.
Got to get some Smithers in there. At the school lounge, Veronica tells Archie she wants big changes in her life. Tear this up. Tear it down to the studs, buddy. I was like, nice. They're going to make a swanky Pembroke. We get an awkward little bughead. Hey. Jughead's like standing there talking, yada yada, and Betty walks in, just kind of leans over the couch with him, and he's like, "Hey." She's like, "Hey." It was just a nice little moment of like acknowledging them. They did have like a 5-season history here that just felt it's just gone. Cheryl arrives.
The Four Musketeers. Pray tell, why four have we been summoned?
TT arrives. Toothy, Kev, they all get there. They announce their engagement.
Mm-hmm.
And they're having a baby.
All three of them.
Hey guys, thanks for gathering on such short notice. Fangs and I have an announcement to make.
We're engaged.
Oh my God, that's such good news.
But wait, there is more.
Yeah, we're having a baby.
Guys, that's great.
Oh wait, Archie, there's still more. Mm-hmm. We're having the baby.
With me, I'm having our baby.
We're planning on raising this child together, just the three of us.
It's one big, happy, non-traditional family.
What in the actual?
Not traditional throuple.
What does this do to the theory?
This was disappointing.
They did not go into any depth about this. Like, did they? And I missed it. They never discussed how she got pregnant.
No, they didn't.
So I'm still hanging on with you, Cliff. Riverdale finds a way. But okay. I don't know. I don't know if I can come up with one for you. But the whole episode, I was like, listen, like, are they going to say how she became pregnant?
Yeah, I'm not holding out much hope at this point. So we'll see.
Could be the Mothman. Who knows?
Who knows?
All right. So Cheryl says, "What the actual fuck is going?" She's like, "What is happening?" Yeah. So she kicks in TT's office door, literally, and We got the nameplate on the desk, Ms. Topaz, if you're nasty. And find out when she was a junior in college at Highsmith or something, that it would be hard for her to get pregnant when she's older. She found that out. So she immediately volunteered to be pregnant.
And that seemed to work on Cheryl. She was immediately sensitive to it and like, oh, okay, I get what I get why you.
Right. There's really not, gotta accept that. Again, it was a kick in the teeth to your theory, but we're hanging on there. Get Kevin and Betty walking down the hallway of school like they used to just a few episodes ago. She tells them about Archie and how Archie's a lit window in the dark.
That's a beautiful line and
Archie's
a very cheesy
lit.
line.
Yeah,
as
Archie
well.
is lit. Over at Jughead's lit class or English or whatever the heck he's teaching, Slaughterhouse 5, baby.
There we go. Time travel books.
I was like, I read that. I don't know what he's talking about. Billy Pilgrim's Lost Time here. So that was pretty neat. And then, so it's, they're using that book to talk about his own alien problems he's having. Is he just is he crazy, or does he really have an alien thing going on? Much like Billy Pilgrim. So over at Thistle House, Cheryl is painting Minerva.
And you know what? She does not wear a smock when she paints.
Ooh.
She paints in like designer clothes,
Yeah.
Apron, a smock. That's how good a painter she is. Not a drip, not a splatter. Cheryl's a pro.
Wow. Well, respect, Cheryl. Did she smock it up as a child when she was painting those other little pictures? Yeah.
When she made the picture
Where
of
Dagwood
her
and Juniper smocked. That's what I want to know. Have to go back. Somebody go back and get that.
Cheryl would not wear a baggy, bulky,
no.
old ratty T-shirt to get paint on it. Cheryl would never appear.
Maybe that was just a designer smock.
That could be. She just peels it off and throws it in the fireplace.
Right, it's garbage. She's complaining about TT, and Minerva's like, rise above it or throw some chaos at it. Well, you know what she's going to do. Back in the lounge, Veronica gets a call from Katie Keene.
Yeah.
Her name was in the credits. Lucy Hale's name was in the credits as like a guest star. So
it was definitely her. It was weird.
I'm glad that I wasn't the only one who thought that. I like the way you said that. It was weird.
It was weird.
Which could be said about every other scene on this show.
Yeah, that's what's
especially
funny.
Fitz here.
That was the thing that was weird this episode. So Chad's trying to make her jealous. He was seen with some girl or something. So back at the Pembroke, Archie and Eric, I think his name is Eric Jackson.
Yeah.
Construction, they're doing stuff, and she's getting selfies as they flex. She's trying to do her own little Insta stories and make people jealous. And
I bet
invites him to the worm.
I bet Archie dug up that time capsule to get his hammer out, so he could.
Oh, I can't wait for that. That's going to be my theory. Is actually hanging on better than your theory.
Yeah, that's true.
So over at the worm, Cheryl apologizes to TT. And then she stands on the pool.
Hear ye, fellow friends and fiends. Now that everyone is swan diving into sad adulthood with babies and marriages and arthritis, etc., I'm throwing a party. One last hurrah to celebrate our wild, misspent youth. One final chance to recall our reckless teenage selves. I mean, who could forget my iconic spin-the-bottle parties of yore?
Aren't we a little old for that?
Which is why this little fete will be a key party. You heard me right. A classic American and oh-so-adult round of sexual switcheroo. We'll draw keys and pair off, and if the spirit moves you, you are strongly encouraged to act on any and all animal impulses. I'm texting you the deets now, but bring keys for my bowl and your well-oiled libidos.
I was like, get it.
This makes sense as Cheryl's character, but like I don't know if it makes sense right here. Like she has been a hermit for 7 years, and like it's like the let's cause some chaos is like high school senior Cheryl.
Yeah,
I don't know that this really quite fit right here for her character.
Yeah, she gets on the pool table and announces, "No, well, it's not high school anymore, Jordan. We're not doing spin the bottle. We're having a freaking key party. So oil up your libidos."
A lady. Ooh, is that a lady?
So over at the Coopers, Polly is in Betty's bed. And then the freaking trash bag killer slashes Betty's throat. Ah, it's a dream. Archie shows up and they do it. or they don't. I can't tell.
I'm going to admit to being dumb, and you guys can tell me if you got it. Did I totally missed the reference to that of the BTK killer?
Yeah.
Are you guys?
We talked about it.
Did we?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's an actual person, the BTK killer.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
That was a huge. He's one of the biggest serial killers ever.
Yeah, 10 victims between 1974 and 1991. Gave himself the abbreviation, but he wrote like mocking letters to the police.
Like bind, torture, kill, or something.
Bind, torture, kill, BTK. So that never the TB trash. I just was just like, oh, he puts people in trash bags. I didn't put together the TBK with the BTK. So I am very sorry.
Yeah, see how much he listens to us. Yeah.
In all fairness, every episode has so many references to something.
Yeah,
it's hard to get them all.
Yeah. Don't cough or you're gonna miss it.
Yeah.
So at the Andrews, Archie's having breakfast with Jackson, and he admits that he thinks Veronica is pretty dope. Archie does. Really. He's kind of into her again. Over at the El Royale, Toothy and Kev are pumping iron. Kev says, before we do this monogamy thing, why don't we horn dog it up here for a while? It's a blind side to everyone here. It's like, when did all this happen that you wanted to have a baby and get married and everything, and now you're backtracking? Like, it doesn't make any sense.
No.
Especially for a character that's had so little over the years, that fans have really wanted more depth from Kevin, more scenes and more storylines with Kevin, and then this one just doesn't seem to be going anywhere either.
Going back to the forest well. The Thunder says that they got a call from she got a call from Polly, and she was freaking out. She's somewhere dark, cold, and metal, so it's either a spaceship or the bunker. That's what I wrote down here.
In the bunker, lightning in the bunker. It's getting late, guys. I'm sorry.
There's some sort of support group going on with that doc that Jughead was seeing, and he's telling his story about the aliens, and he starts to remember he can kind of see the alien. It's freaking him out. In the parking lot, get a little Jugatha. Tabitha walks up looking amazing, and he tells her that. So I want to give her as much credence as I did Toothy, because she also looked great. He tells her that
whoever's keys you get, you're good.
Yeah. I was careful that I watched all the keys go in. And I thought I could just close my eyes. So he tells her that when in New York City, he was strung out and he lost some time. Yeah, that's all just for the Slaughterhouse-5 stuff. the Pembroke, Varchi or spackling. We talk about the key party.
Plastering.
Whatever. And she mentions that Chad is coming to the party. Thistle House. Finally, it's party time. Jugatha arrive.
On a soiree. Keys, please.
Where's the booze?
Straight ahead, bars in the gallery. Hi. Oh, good. Reginald, you got my message? Welcome.
Cheryl's got the bowl. Makes them put their keys in there. Reggie shows up. And I was like, Reggie, what are you doing here?
Yeah. Doesn't everybody hate him now?
That's what I thought.
What if Archie drove the jalopy and he has to start with a crank? So he gets the crank out.
There's a crank in the bowl. That is totally something they would do, and I can't believe they didn't.
Yeah.
Now that you say that. In fact, there might have been a crank in the bowl, and we just missed it. That's it. I really do feel like we've dropped the ball on looking for details like that because they're there. We've quit putting in the effort.
But this key scene went on forever. This was a long scene of everybody coming up to the bowl.
The payoff was terrible because because we had so Kev tells Betty he told Toothy to bring a date.
Where's Fangs?
He is bringing a date, I guess. One of his cash hookups.
Okay.
It was my idea.
Okay, why?
I don't know. Maybe because I wanted to see what he's given up for me to get married. Or maybe because I wanted to see if he'd actually go through with it and bring someone. Or maybe because I am an emotional masochist.
Oh, Kev.
Chad and Archie are like bro to bro and talking about how Riverdale has some hot chicks and stuff, and then
Archie Andrews.
Chad Gecko, you made it.
Tell me,
Bro to bro.
how is it that in a podunk town like Riverdale, all the females are so smoking hot?
Toothy brings Rick in. Isn't that's the truck stop guy, right?
Yeah.
Same dude.
From the
small town.
Oh my God, Fangs date is my cruising crush.
Hey, Betty.
Hi, Fangs.
Betty, Kevin, this is my friend Rick. We both drive rigs along the same route. It's nice to meet you.
It's me.
Both.
Likewise. Anyone care for a drink? I'm buying.
I see we have a surprise guest.
Yes. Seems like your ex is rather handsome. Baby daddy's brought a friend.
Oh well. If he's collateral damage, then so be it. Shall we gather, everyone? It's time for some party games.
We got time for the party games.
You're here. You came. Which means you all feel it. The impending crush of true adulthood. Our 30s. And soon after, mortality. The big sleep. Tonight's key party, then, is a bold rejection of death. So, since none of us are much for foreplay, let's get into it, shall we? Some quick house rules, first and foremost. Whatever happens tonight must be 100% consensual.
No redraws. Do whatevs. Free pass. Whatever you want to do. Which is really weird. Everybody's like, yep. No discussion about
no problem.
that. Yep, of course. Why wouldn't we? Just like there's no time spent ever with anybody questioning that this is what we're gonna do tonight.
Right.
And because we are all a progressive, fluid, inclusive group, there will be no redrawing of keys. But the main rule is you're allowed to do anything you and your partner desire. No one can hold you accountable. It's a free pass to do anything you've ever wanted. Ever. Are we clear? Perf. Who wants to go first? Minerva, the bowl.
Minerva gets the bowl. Okay, so Veronica picks Archie.
I never like to be the second person to do anything. So?
Well, first off,
They all look directly in the bowl and like, here's the keys. Like they all knew each other.
Yeah, she was like, "Oh, where's the crank?" Gets it out. I was like, before I paused it here and
that's
thought,
Veronica, straight to the crank.
And I thought, am I so lazy that I'm not going to get out a pen and paper and pick and match up who would I think the ideal story list would be?
Fantasy ship.
Yeah.
So yes, and
I almost did that. I wish I had, because it'd have been 1,000,000 times better than what they
exactly did. Because I totally thought, okay, this is how we're gonna get the official love triangle, and somehow that Chad guy is gonna end up. They're gonna fight. She's gonna send him home, and Archie, Betty, and Veronica are all gonna end up together. If I would have bet $1 million on it.
Every time anything happens, I think, how is it going to end up that they'd all do it?
Yep.
Well, you know what they say. Everyone's a winner in a bull market.
But the key party seemed like the most likely time.
Exactly.
Instead,
and Betty's like, I don't use keys. I just have this bobby pin that I start everything.
Yeah,
so you
that would be great. Bobby pin in there. Oh, what would we have? I don't know. Now I want to think what everybody's key looks like. They probably spent some time thinking about the keys, and we didn't pay any attention to what they did. So Veronica gets Archie. Oh, big freaking surprise. That's the most obvious thing.
Nothing here was surprising. None of the matchups were like, ooh, uh-oh. It was all like they either knew who they were picking or the show knew who they were putting together.
There was one.
Yeah,
Wow, okay.
No, not with your ex.
Chadwick, don't be rude. Those are the rules, okay?
Get your hands off her. Excuse me? She's my wife. Exactly. So why don't you show her some respect?
No. We're not going to do this. I'm not going to be some passive heroine to be fought over by two Tarzans. Oh, look. I got Chad's key. Come on, babe. We're leaving now.
Veto! That's breaking the rules.
Call my lawyer, Cheryl. Are you ready?
Fine. Always good to knock a few pieces off the chessboard. And married people are supremely boring. Who's next?
She picks Archie. Chad says no. Okay, forget it. So she goes back and gets Chad's.
Take your hands off her, bro.
Immediately, all rules out the window.
Well, yeah, it's like what happened to all the party game rules?
Right.
Jug's wasted, and even he can easily pick out Tabitha's keys. They leave. G.I. Jackson.
Those are on the Pop's key. I did recognize the Pop's keychain, so that was easy to find.
Yeah, G.I. Jackson picks Minerva. So so nobody sleeps with either of the new people. It's like, whatever.
Yeah, this Eric dude's the only one to hook up with anybody.
Yeah. Reggie picks Toothy.
Before the pickings get too slim. Tony?
Nope. Guess again.
Actually, those are mine. Are you sure that you're down with this?
It's no fun if you leave with the guy you came with, right?
Agreed. No promises, but we'll see what happens, stud.
That was what kind of exciting. And he smooches him.
That was the one I was like, okay, maybe this does have some life to it.
And Reggie says, we'll see what happens, stud.
Hey, want to go visit the bog?
Yeah. I have to go check the bog. Dude.
You can come patrol the bog with me.
On that note.
Imagine that.
Figured you'd end up at our house one way or another tonight.
Well, I'm still traumatized from Spin the Bottle sophomore year.
Cry me a river, cousin. Perf. Bye. Well. Looks like fate has brought us together yet again, Antoinette.
How did I know this was going to happen?
Kev and Rick match up, and Betty and Archie and Blow Paths end up together. I mean, it's like, what is this?
So predictable.
Nothing. Oh, it was
boring.
What Cheryl, a letdown.
Is that Cheryl? Chaos was happening.
Yeah. This had such potential to set up the next few episodes. And I mean, they completely just botched it.
So Cheryl's whole thing was so she could take TT back there and show her she made a nursery for her. And she admits she's been trying to...
Nothing sexier than a baby shower.
trying to...
This is a no-rules baby shower. Anything goes at this baby shower.
No redraws. You got whatever baby you got, that's the baby you get. So... she admits she was trying to.
It's a key party where you go, here's the keys. And you like,
yeah.
You jingle the keys in front of the baby.
She's trying to expose Toothy's weak relationship. TT's like, you're not going to trap me here. We are over.
And see, I wrote this down, that Tony being realistic doesn't work. So here, this is one of those scenes where she's like, you're being crazy right now, and this is stupid. I'm leaving. It's like, wait, that's not how this show works.
Yeah.
Like her having a rational reaction to the craziness.
Don't like it.
Was the weird part.
Yeah. No, whatever ultra insane thing Cheryl is doing, Tony immediately follows.
I was just thinking they should add a random lug nut in the bowl. I got this lug nut. Whose is this? Well, there's a baby tooth. There's a baby tooth and a tire iron. So out in the gazebo, Kev and Rick are out there, and Rick thinks Toothy's a keeper. Kev, he's not trying to break him up. So it's not that. You're trying to figure out what reason Kev, does Kev love this other guy? No. At the Andrews place, that's where Jughead's staying, right? He stays with Archie. Anyway, yeah. I think that she's like telling him he needs some help or something, Toothy says that Reg is 100% straight, he tells Kev.
Yeah.
Because he's just home eating some of that cereal of we don't know what it is. And Kev says he admits, I'm not ready for marriage. It's not about the woods, though. That was a great quote, though. And he's like, well, what about TT and the baby? You pushed this on us. Now look. Back at the Coopers, Betty and Archie, he admits to her, he likes Veronica. So they're just going to be friends.
Okay, so how many episodes did we diverge from that? And we're like, oh, they're back to the Archie can't decide between the two. Oh, there's gonna be the love triangle. And it's like immediately back to the status quo.
Yeah.
And it didn't need to, it seems to be rushing that quite a lot.
Yeah. This show, you can't tell it what to do. Next day, Jughead sees something in the mirror for a second,
Mothman.
And the Thistle House.
It's sublime, Cheryl.
Thank you, Minerva. Considering so much of my life is sheer ugliness, I'm relieved you think so.
No, Cheryl. You made me beautiful because you're beautiful.
No, I'm not. I'm repulsive.
No. Cheryl, you're gorgeous.
Minerva starts hitting on Cheryl and they kiss.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're like, how did this make it to the next day? Why was this not part of the
Right.
Then we get Archie washing the fire jalopy.
She should have been like, She should have used the Reggie line and just been like, well, we'll see what happens.
Yeah. Veronica shows up, says she's divorcing Chad, which I like how Archie already told Betty, we just got to be friends because I like Veronica. She's totally married, but I'm into her.
Yeah.
But she shows up and says she's divorcing Chad, which is convenient. He admits about Betty. Let's get this out in the open. We're not going to have any awkward things, tying up the storyline here. Passes the pass. They kiss. We end up.
She's like, nope. I don't foresee any drama there. Let's move on.
Should be fine.
It was like no repercussions whatsoever. That's fine.
And back at the Coopers, we get a collect call from Polly. They head to Lonely Highway. Where she called from is a bloody, smashed phone booth. That was the end of the episode.
That was it.
Ooh.
A lot of disappointment this week. Got to say it. I can't recall another episode that I was just like, not your best, Riverdale.
This was not their best. It was a very low ranked rated episode. I looked at IMDb.
Mm-hmm.
It had
I just realized the whole thing was Cheryl's gonna throw some chaos at us, and then by the end it was all back to where we start. Like it was more status quo than when the show started after Cheryl tried to mess everybody's up. So
yeah, it had such, like I said, it had such potential.
Yeah, we got a lot of rankings in the mid sevens this season, which is steady, and then it's been dropping. We had a 6-7 last time, and this was a 5.7. This was the lowest rated episode in a long time. So they better get their crap together. They're going to get canceled.
Right.
And that stresses me out.
Yeah. Then I don't know what we're going to do. We're going to be writing our own Riverdale episodes.
I don't want to think about it. No. So anyway.
In this week's Ka-Pow Theater, Cheryl and Reggie hatch a new plan.
We go into we start looking up fanfics and acting them out on.
Yeah.
I like that idea.
Yeah.
Problem solved.
We could do a segment, Real or Riverdale, where we say a plot line. We do a plot line. It's like, did this actually happen on Riverdale, or did we make it?
Real or Riverdale? Did you just write that right now?
Yeah, just
author.
right off the nugget.
Author. Gee whiz, that's good stuff.
Real or Riverdale? Because I don't know that I could tell the difference at this point.
It's no fake noodles, but it'll do.
That is exactly what that made me think of. I was gonna tell you needed to bring us a new episode of Fake Noodles to play.
I finished my order yesterday, but I was pretty late getting to it, so I didn't have any extra time to peruse the manga section.
Oh, well, get on it. Okay,
that's it.
Alrighty then. Everyone, find your keys. Head for the door, because this party's over.
Wow. Oh my God. We're back in Savannah.
There's been a murder at this key party.
Oh, Lord.
All right, everyone. Thank you for giving us your time. Thank you to Riverdale for providing this amazing fun that we have every couple weeks. There's only 2 more to go. We have 2 more episodes before the hiatus.
Yep.
And then it's a summer without Riverdale. But we'll be back. Summer. When they're back, we'll be back. We'll always be there for you. We'll see you next time. My name is Jordan Lowe. I'm the light in a dark window, Cliff Barnes.
We'll see what happens, stud. Stud. Bye forever.
Ka-Pow, the pop culture podcast, is intended for entertainment and information purposes only. Sounds, music, and clips played during the podcast are property of copyright holders. All original content is property of www.udownwithkpp.com. If you enjoyed this podcast, please subscribe and leave a comment. Ka-Pow, the Pop Cultured Podcast, is available on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Podbean, Spotify, and wherever podcasts can be found. You can connect with us through social media on Facebook, YouTube, at the Ka-Pow Podcast on Twitter, or email the show, Ka-Pow, the Pop Cultured Podcast, @gmail.com. If you really want to go the extra mile, please sign up to be a patron through the Podbean app or our website, www.udownwithkpp.com, to receive special content and early access to some episodes. We are grateful to anyone that chooses to contribute, but please know that most of our content will always remain free, so please continue to like, comment, and share.